Hello everybody. So I've created this cat's eye Feisty little number for you today. You want to see how I created it? Then just watch it. Okay, let's start the party. So first I'm gonna prime my lids. I'm gonna use this Maybelline Fit Me concealer. Just to prep and prime. This concealer was such an OG. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What I'm gonna do next, I'm just gonna take like a really neutral color. So I'm gonna take this color here called Fade from this Bperfect palette. This is literally like the most perfect cool tone brown. That's why I love it so much. And I'm just taking this Peaches and Cream PC11 brush. I'm gonna just dust this over my eyelid. And you can use any light brown. But I love this one, so I just want to go for like a more cool tone eye look. And now we're going straight into the liner. So I'm going to be using this Inglot 77 liner. I've never used it before. Ooh, I just love fresh. Now I'm going to go in with this Morphe M250 brush. It's a really, really fine liner brush. Ooh, this is creamy. Look how black that liner is. This is a solid black liner. Solid. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to first go across my lash line. And then after that, I'm going to wing it out. So when I go right here, I go literally underneath. Go underneath and then I go on top. So you want it to be really fine in the front and then it goes gradually thicker. And then for the wing, I just go straight up. So you want to be ending up with something like this. If you make any mistakes, you can go back later on with concealer or a face wipe to just clean it up. So I've decided I want to change the course of my wing. So I'm gonna go up here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little wipe. I'm gonna just... You want to point the liner facing towards the brow. So you'll end up with something like this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the inner corner of the eye and I'm literally gonna just draw straight down. So you're gonna be ending up with something like this. Okay, now I'm gonna do the other eye. It's always the most trickiest challenge trying to match them up, so wish me luck. I'm literally aiming the wing towards the end of my eyebrow. It's slowly coming together. Another trick when doing the liner is to get a smooth straight line. Don't lift the brush up. Don't go in little strokes. You want to drag it as fast as you can, basically. I like to flick just the end, just to keep it like a sharp edge. Tiny little bit on the brush and I flick it out. So what I do next is I take the same liner and I'm gonna go take that point and I'm gonna draw it just a little bit onto the waterline. Okay, so next up is mascara. What I do when I put the mascara is I just focus the mascara on the end of my eye. I'm not going to focus the mascara on the front of my eye. We're going to be keeping everything. Okay, next up is lashes. So I got these faux mink lashes from Amazon. So they look like this. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna trim it and I'm gonna cut it to be a gradient so that way I'm gonna still create the cat eye type of eye look. I'm just gonna cut these up. So I've got my lashes. I've cut them up, trimmed them. And you want to place the lashes closest to the end of the eye. There we go. If you want a really cheap, good quality lash, this is the one. So that is the eyes. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to prime my skin. I'm going to use this Smashbox primerizer. This primer is good if you have like normal to dry skin, but if you have oily skin, this does not mattify. You would need to go over with a mattifying primer in the T-zone. So for skin, I'm going to be using the Nars Radiant Longwear Foundation. Boop, boop, boop. And I'll just dot. I've got this new sponge. This is from Buff and Blend, and it is the softest sponge ever. Look how soft. And they come with 2 in a packet. Ooh. The foundation looks a little bit darker, but it's gonna lighten with all the powders and everything. So now we're at this stage. I'm gonna take in my favorite concealer. I tried the e.l.f. one recently, the camo concealer that everyone's been obsessing with. It is so trash. I literally wanted to take my makeup off. It was making the foundation so patchy. Why are people raving about that? So until I can find the one that's just as fabulous, I'm sticking to this. What I'm doing is I'm making my concealer line really harsh above here because I want it to be in unison with that line. If you can see, I want it to be in unison with my eye, so it's still gonna bring everything up. Now we're looking all fabulous. So I'm gonna just set my under eyes, my Mercier. If you ever wonder why I use 2 translucent powders, it's because the Huda powder is way too mattifying for under my eyes. The Mercier one is so much more lighter. I wouldn't say hydrating, but it's not as drying underneath my eyes. This is why I prefer using this underneath the eyes when I set the concealer. If I use something more mattifying, it literally enhances all the lines underneath my eyes. You want to be looking youthful as ever. Let me just put some mascara under my eyes. I'll put literally the smallest amount of mascara. I don't want my eyes to open up too wide. I want them still to keep that, you know, still want to be looking like this. Next step is set the whole skin. And I'm going to take my Huda Beauty Easy Bake. We're going to just powder the rest of the skin. I have to go back to work this week. I'm a bit upset the holiday's over. It's been nice enjoying time and doing everything just for myself and not having to worry about any other responsibilities. It's been nice not adulting for a while. And if any of you don't know, I do work as a makeup artist for a brand, but I'm not gonna say which one because I don't want to get in trouble and I'm not here to promote that. So while we're at this stage now, let's do some bronzing. I'm gonna go in with my favorite MAC Mineralize Skin Finish powders. Okay, so I'm taking the shade Medium Tan. You don't have to use 2 bronzers. I just like to gradually build my powders. Same as how you would apply foundation. You would build it up slowly to get the coverage that you want. Same as powders, I build it up slowly because I don't wanna just take one powder that's so dark and then I'm stuck. You can't go back, you know what I mean? Then I go in with the shade Dark Tan. powders, they do come in shades where you can use them just for your complexion, but I prefer to just use them as bronzers really. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say I'm using this Morphe P4 brush. So I'm gonna use this blush. It's from Nars. This is the shade Amour. It looks just like this. I'm not gonna use too much because I want to still keep that warm look. Now I'm gonna use this Peaches and Cream PC15 brush. What's next? Let's bake. Let's bake, bake, bake. Talking about baking, I baked the chocolate cheesecake. And it was so good. So we start here. I'm using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake. So on this side. And then what also I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bake up here. Just lighten the sides of my nose. Well, that's giving a little cook. Let's do the brows. I'm gonna just take a spoolie. I'm gonna brush all brow hairs up. And then I'm gonna take in my Benefit Precise My Brow Pencil. And I'm just gonna fill in the sparse areas of my brow. Oh, I didn't say I'm using this brow gel. A clear brow gel, this is the MAC one. You can use any brow gel. And I'm just brushing all the hairs up. So I'm just gonna brush all this powder away. So you should be ending up looking like this. So I'm gonna take the same Inglot gel liner. I'm taking that same brush. I have already a little dotty over here on my face, but I'm just gonna go over it to make it nice and poppy, you know what I mean? I just add the little dot just for little je ne sais quoi. So I'm gonna use this highlighter. It's from Illamasqua. It's in the shade OMG. Then I'm gonna take my favorite PC17 brush. I just want like a really subtle sheen to the skin. I don't want it to be blinding. It's just like a pretty sheen. If I don't believe in a product, I will not use it. Or I'll tell you it's trash straight away. Last step, lipstick, baby. I'm gonna go in with this Huda Beauty one. This is in the shade Game Night. Should just leave it like this. Wow. These lipsticks are so soft and buttery. So guys, this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and I'll see you in my next one.